First, the top news headlines. Candidates of different political parties, including Chief Minister Nongthongmam Biren Singh of Haingang Assembly constituency, hoisted their party's flag today. And India reported 34,113 fresh COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Hello, good afternoon and welcome. This is Hemabati bringing you the 12:30 English news and updates. Sorry for the slight delay. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play our part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Candidates of different political parties for different assembly constituency, including Chief Minister Nongthongmam Biren Singh of Haingang Assembly constituency, hoisted their party's flag today. However, there is a huge image of violation of COVID-19 protocol issued by Election Commission of India by the candidates and their supporters. The BJP candidate for Haingang AC, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, hoisted his flag at his residence at Luang Shongbam today morning. Speaking in connection with the flag hoisting, Chief Minister N. Biren said that BJP's manifesto will be released in short period of time in the presence of National President J.P. Nadda. He said he will surely succeed in the coming state election. The flag hoisting occasion was attended by Rajya Sabha MP Leishiem Basana Jauba, BJP State President A. Sarda Devi, BJP National Spokesperson Sambit Patra, Assam State Chief Minister Himanta Biswa and Minister Law and Justice Minister Kiran Rijiju as the main guests. BJP candidate for Yai School AC for the coming 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election CAF and PD Minister, Government of Manipur, Thokchom Satyabrata, hoisted his flag at his residence at Singjamai Hemabati Laikai today morning. Speaking on the occasion, Minister Satyabrata said that BJP Manipur President and the leaders of the party believes to win not less than 40 seats in the coming state election and will surely succeed as the party trusts and believes the people. Minister Satyabrata further said that he will try his best to complete the leftover developmental works of the state if he gets elected again to make the state a fully developed state.
Senior leaders in the party president, the China, Masia Hokani Kalakanda, Hyber Wapan, Hokani have a Punamaki Wakan Kajavan. Development is a Amatanga pandemic, development, development on the train of my own Hilaga. Mayamna Pena, but the Kangwa is it and they have a Punamaki Kalaga, Yanamahun Pava and the Moon heading the Abama. Mikkel, never I will see Masibi, Mikkel Tinga, Kodimokani, Kani and the Kalaga, Tolopanga, Tamina, Simana, and the Namani, Duni have the age of Sava, Havanum, Mayam blessing, Shori Tokja, other publicly, Sibi Sansi, and for choice my partner have it Hajavan. For you, we were Jang, Siga Hire, the Mamangi, Lady Haduna, and have it Hajavan.
NPP candidate for Singjamai AC, Oinam Romain, said that the attitude of Bharatiya Janata Party Yuva Morcha President Barish near his residence was very unfortunate and added that the more they threaten, strength of NPP will come even more stronger. Oinam Romain made the statement during his flag hoisting ceremony held at his residence at Singjamai Oinam Tingil today. He further said that in a democratic country, election cannot be won by force or by threats. The intention of BJYM president and their supporters to create a chaos, chanting various slogans illegally yesterday was very unfortunate. People of Singjamai AC will surely serve justice to those people who are misusing their power in this coming election, he said.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕꯣꯔꯤꯁꯅ ꯉꯔꯥꯡ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯕꯛꯇꯣ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯇꯣꯇꯦꯜ ꯀꯟꯗꯦꯝ ꯇꯧꯏ मरमदी भोट अखोई बीजेपी ने नमधरगा कागनी है वखंड बाय फोर्स तौरगन है वखलों थादोबियू तसेंग भोट है मियाम थादगदबनी अखोई नमपुना अखोई गुंडा की तौरगा भोट थादब यारोना असमायना गुंडा तौरगे अखोई भोट काब हिंगरी अदुना मणिपुर सुसुसोदना एनपीपी की अचुब गवर्नमेंट अमसोय लानी अदुगा सिंगे मैदसु नपुना यादे हदो प्रजाना सोजोदना जजमेंट पीगने हबसे मियाम
NPP candidate for High School AC Huidrom Bikramjit hoisted his flag at his residence at Wangkai Thangjam Lekai today. Many supporters of Huidrom Bikramjit attended the occasion and a 10-pot gifts were brought to show their support for him. Speaking on the occasion, Huidrom Bikramjit said that he came into politics after considering the future of the state. He said he could live an enjoyable life for himself, but he came into politics to serve the people of High School AC as well as the people of Manipur. Therefore, he believes that he will surely win the election and will serve and work for the welfare of the people.
System my papa, the very swaggy nongam, Amazon Yam, we can was the laser. Adubo, I Kanja, but the music lady bar, Sarkar hype tech. Sarkar Sigi system hype tech. Party could not going up actually. The system I am says for a panina, economy system, for us for it. Financial discipline, financial mechanism. आधे की स्वरक पर स्टेशन सोये सुकुम्बो मयाम सिंचना सोयदना ऑनरेबल सीएम मतलब बिरीबा अजी चथा बिरीबा सिस्टम सिटीजन चलने का दी कोई कर्म कांडा कोई कन्नत उन्हीं है कोई विजन उबंगम दे हाइजरीबा आदि एम्प्लॉय मयाम हो जो 7 पे पीबा हो बदेगी कोई मतलब चाने एम्प्लॉय चलो पीबा गमद्रे मतलब चाने पेंसिल पीबा गमद्रे Sigi matakta anoba mayam advertisement mayam thoksalule thabak hapkane na karai di tolo bidori resource mobilization su khangde resource mobilization haibadi center ki 100% sanction toba mayam si thabak su matamda 9.5 agency charge phangba yawri koida 12% phangba yawri 6% phangba yawri 7% phangba yawri so resource mobilization se koi yam.
On the other hand, independent candidate for Kashamthong AC, Nishikant Singh Sapam, also held his flag hoisting ceremony at his residence at Kashamthong Thodababuk Lekai today morning. Speaking in connection with the occasion to the query of media persons, Nishikant Sapam said that his flag hoisting ceremony is the first step to change and take Manipur in the right direction. He said he came into politics and as an independent candidate of the Kashamthong AC, not thinking only for himself nor for his benefit, but for the people and Manipur.
This is the first step towards step Manipur the Chumthong Nabagi Ahama step then Noviro. Sidi Lalong Sidi Apaba Masum Patabaki Lalongi Aduga I in a lecture is a Isai Rumtante, Akogi Mia Midamata, Manipur lecture with it. Adu Joy Jage.
JDU candidate for Lamshang AC Kundrapam Kanba said that legal actions will be taken up against the issue of graduation certificate of Lamshang AC sitting MLA with various evidence. Speaking to media person on his flag hoisting ceremony held at his residence at Lamshang Tautung Kuno yesterday, he further mentioned that it's really a shame in front of other AC to have an elected candidate with certificate issue and that he is ready to take up legal action with the help of a legal advisor.
Hariba document akun isiyay dagi phangiba pose masigi matungina siri Mr. Rajan Honorable MLA Kendragi adoga Minister su oibiriba mahangna handaki 22 da piriba magi certificate se chumminatra lale se only masi khap nate ba khoina hangi question di 2007 2012 adoga 2022 gi chaliba election pangthok kadoriba February 19 da pangthok kadoriba election gi nomination file da mana piriba magi certificate to Submit to certificate mayam sing do Madu Kadai Power Mana Chumna Piri Bano Haibado, according to Tigat Pomatam, the Haiba Sahim the Manaram Dre, if karigumba magi certificate to the magi apokpase kano amadana magi apokpa ma ire agi atopa certificate amadana magi atopa magi mapa ama mu ire haiba mayam singse karigumba yoksabani aina kano tawjabani hairgasu masek affidavit ama yawba darkar oeba sumba yamna khangba haibadi saba khangbadi nataba sumaina lamsang kendra sida praja mayamda aidi bhoche kaiba tare aigi bhoche phangoi dore aigi wakar mayam kai dore kaiba apikpa wakhalonda miyamda lana sitting toba.
Two teams of Narcotic Cell Imphal East, led by Narcotic Cell Imphal East OC Inspector KH Dev Kumar Singh, assisted by ASI Muhammad Tamijur Rahman, Head Constable Maxwell Thopchom and Head Constable H. Dolanjit Singh of Narcotic Cell Imphal East, under the supervision of Imphal East SP M. Pradeep Singh, arrested one youth along with one soap case of heroin powder weighing 13 grams approximately from Thiam near water supply, Imphal East, yesterday around 6:10 p.m. The arrested youth has been identified as Salam Jek Maitei, 20 years, son of Salam Ibungo Singh of Andro Kunau Lekai, Imphal East District. The accused person, along with seized items, has been handed over to Irilbung Police Station for taking up further necessary legal action. In continuation with the efforts of Assam Rifles to reach out local population and assist them in humanitarian aid, Sajik Tampak Battalion under the aegis of IGAR South organized a medical camp at remote villages of Chandel district on 11th and 12th February. As part of Operation Sadbhavna, the medical camp was organized to assist the villagers who have limited access to basic healthcare services in remote areas of Chandel district. Medical team from Assam Rifles carried out health checkup of 310 villages to assess their health status. The individuals diagnosed with severe diseases were referred to civil hospital for detailed examination. The medical camp culminated with distribution of essential medicines to villages. Vote for bold representative who would stand for their people, but it's all up to the citizens whether to vote for the one who worked for the people or vote in exchange of cash, said MLA Joy Kishan, candidate of JDU Thangmaiban AC, on youth meet organized by Tagdo Youth Forum at Thangmaiban Chingakam Lampak Community Hall. The function was attended by High School AC JDU candidate TH Brinda along with other important personalities. It further stated that Tagdo Youth Foundation was formed with a vision for the youth and has no relation with election.
Election da mayam na koni thamjani se miyam ki thabak tawriba tawningba aduraida mark piraga tawbiyo vote Manipur aina paisa piraga loiner tawni habe phiyam se laagadi mayon ja aran ba mayon am sakhine ngasi youth ki mayam hobi reise isa sing am tholaktana thori sing si afaba labi corrupted oidaba drug free oibe state am ta watung gi asa oriba phibo momane ba loina ba money oriented orega thabak tong ya ga di kanana leba ki thabak tong yak toimo aduna thangwai ban na thengkhang kya da para tambi gre handak sumo para tambi.
On the other hand, candidate of High School AC TH Brinda said people know better that well-educated youths are not able to get properly employed by the government, and youths are like the spinal for a developing society, and one must not exchange their future with some amount of cash. To prevent such degrading society, we must vote for the right candidate, she added.
Naha singsi kunai amagi kunai kutumaki naha habisi yumbini adu naha gi tunglam sat lai tatara gadi ekoi gi tungi future laite tungi future laite ba habise naha tu ba habise lebak tung doi ne ba ada naha singjina lairik tam balu eraga makoi gi job security financial security ta laite tara gadi naha tu ba pangkhak ne ba adu nakoi gi akoi bada dum yeng biyo ngasi tura ibani sagi ipakta drug ki lan sida turiba naha nasu namana ba kairoi lekai da ai immediate family da kayam ture adugi mathakta light tambal oira kansira thabak phangdabana ekoi khurak hangdana langoi sallaba khunai amagak neba sigi mathakta amu thabak ki wasak wano magi lamje lam som sendoriba imai pana ekoi gi damta paisa kayam puthoga lai gi dawrige haibatu aduna tried and tested oiraba ekoi gi political parties maya sigi sida ekoi thajaba thambiranu.
A 3-year-old child was allegedly snatched from his mother and stabbed to death by a mentally unstable person in Kashar district's Dholai. Police said that the incident took place early morning today. It was not known why the accused person, identified as Kamal Uddin, killed the child, but he had allegedly snatched the child from his mother and then stabbed him twice with a machete. He was immediately apprehended by the locals. He was trashed by the locals before handing him to the police. A local informed that the father of the child, Salam Uddin, has filed an FIR in connection with the case. However, the local also said that the accused is said to be mentally unstable, and so it is hard to figure out why he killed this child. He was a neighbor of the victim's family. Now, before we move on, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Siza Urban OPD Kasampata Yupung Mapandagi Nungtil Pumanga Power Dermatology, Pediatrics, ENT, General Surgery, Cosmetic Surgery, Orthopedics, Gynecology, Amasung Reproductive Medicine OPD Kudong Chaba Pambigani, Loinana, X-ray Laboratory Amasung Angangi Immunization Kudong Chaba Supamhanjari, Agupamaro Pizza River Mobile Number Taki Kambi Bayagani.
Adom, Isagi weight maintain Toduna Tambiningbra. Anemia Nabadagi Ngaktukningbra. Chaba Tumdabagi problem suit Lehening Debra. Tamthiraba laina cancer dagi su ngakthokuna thambiningbra. Yes, adu oiba tarabadi supnagi solution ama khaktang lei. Kachai gi champra. Araiba nate kachai gi champra. Top magul kya chenba medicinal value kya yauraba. Government of India gi Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade ki GI Tech tauraba kachai gi organic champrani. Chapmana na GI Tech phanglaba. Tamenglong gi komla. Amasung GI Tech Panglaba Sirara Kongi Moropusu Sizinabu. Manipur Organic Mission Agency Gi Makhada, Department of Horticulture, Government of Manipur Gi Guideline Makhada, Chemical Fertilizer, Netraga, Pesticides na chingba amata sizinadana. Organic oina puthokchaba kachagi champra amasung Tamenglong gi komlabusu sizinabiu chabiu. Laumi singi humang mamal hanjan hanbiu, adom gi hakchang phana thambiu. Manipur Organic Mission Agency na manage tauba Department of Horticulture, Government of Manipur, Sanjen Thongi. Organic outlet tagi taseng ba kachai gi organic champra, Tamenglong, Kangpokpi, Frazol gi komla sing. Amasung Manipur gi mafam kaya dagi puthokpa organic oiba potlam sing mafam sida phangbigani. Hakchangi sida hidani. Stay healthy, stay organic.
Notice ahan ba oina RBI na regulate toba amasung Ministry of Finance, Department of Financial Services, Government of India na Surface Act 2002 gi makada financial institution ama oina sakang kraba Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Housing for All mission gi makada subsidized home loan pibda mangjil thariba Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited amadi masigi sister company singi Guwahati yauna branch tarahumdoi hangdokchare chahi tara-taret ki khongchata lakraba Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited tagi miyamna financial facilities sing logiranaba ningsingjari. Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its sisters company
Welcome back. More news and updates. As many as 34,113 fresh COVID-19 cases were reported in the country, informed the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare today. With this, the country's active caseload currently stands at 4,78,882, which accounts for 1.12% of the total cases. The daily positivity rate in India has been recorded at 3.19% and the weekly positivity rate at 3.99%. A total of 91,930 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours, and the cumulative tally of recovered patients since the beginning of the pandemic is now at 4,16,77,641. Consequently, India's recovery rate stands at 97.68%. Over 75 crore 18 lakh COVID tests have been conducted in the country so far. In the last 24 hours, more than 10 lakh 67,000 tests were conducted. More than 172 crore 95 lakh doses of COVID vaccine have been administered in the country under nationwide vaccination drive so far. Union Health Ministry said more than 11 lakh 66,000 doses were administered in the last 24 hours. The ministry said more than 1 crore 73 lakh precaution doses for the identified categories of beneficiaries for COVID vaccination have been administered so far. For youngsters in the age group of 15 to 18 years, more than 5 crore 21 lakh vaccine doses have been administered as first dose and 1 crore 50 lakh as second dose. The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO has successfully launched the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV-C52 early this morning today from the first launch pad of Satish Dhawan Space Centre in Sriharikota. The PSLV C-52 mission has also injected 3 satellites into the orbits. The chairman of ISRO, C.S. Somnath, has said that the launch was precise, with all the 4 stages being perfect. He thanked the PSLV team for the successful launch. PSLV C-52 placed an EOS-04 radar imaging satellite weighing 1,710 kgs into orbit. EOS-04 is designed to provide high-quality images under all weather conditions for applications such as agriculture, forestry and plantations, soil moisture and hydrology, and flood mapping. This satellite will be positioned into a sun-synchronous polar orbit gradually. As a co-passenger, INS-2TD technology demonstrator satellite and Inspire Sat-1 student satellite were also placed into the orbit. INS-2TD is a precursor to India-Bhutan joint satellite INS-2B. INS-2TD carries a thermal imaging camera to assess land and water surface temperature and thermal inertia at day and at night. Inspire Sat-1 is a small satellite from the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology in association with the Laboratory of Atmospheric and Space Physics at University of Colorado. This was PSLV C-52 launch vehicle's 54th launch in the series. A 29-year-old ambulance driver was shot dead in Delhi's Rohini, allegedly by 2 bike-borne assailants over a dispute over parking space. The victim, Brij Mohan, is survived by his wife and a son. Delhi police said the issue seems to be a dispute over the parking of hospital ambulances. They have identified accused and are absconding. Fuel prices remained unchanged for 101 days in a row across metro cities today, February 14, 2022. This is the longest duration when the rates have remained static ever since a daily revision of prices began in June 2017, according to NDTV report. Earlier, there was an 82-day break in rate revision between March 17, 2020 and June 6, 2020, when the national lockdown was in place. The central government had cut excise duty on November 4, 2021 to give relief from prices that had reached an all-time high levels. The government had slashed the duty on petrol by 5 rupees per litre and on diesel by 10 rupees a litre, leading to a substantial reduction in prices of fuel. Later in December 2021, the Delhi government had reduced the value-added tax on petrol from 30% to 19.40%. With this, petrol prices in the national capital were slashed by 8.56 rupees per litre. A litre of petrol cost 95.41 rupees in Delhi, while diesel rates stand at 86.67 rupees per litre. In Mumbai, petrol is retailed at 109.98 rupees per litre, while diesel is being sold at 94.14 rupees per litre. Among the metro cities, fuel rates are still the highest in Mumbai. Fuel prices vary across the states due to value-added tax or VAT. State-run oil refiners such as Indian Oil, Bharat Petroleum and Hindustan Petroleum revise the fuel rates on a daily basis by taking into account the crude oil prices in the international markets and the rupee-dollar exchange rates. Any changes in petrol and diesel prices are implemented with effect from 6 a.m. every day, the report said. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or call 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Now before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the headlines once again. Candidates of different political parties, including Chief Minister Nongthongmam Biren Singh of Haingang Assembly constituency, hoisted their party's flag today. And India reported 34,113 fresh COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Now that's all for the 12:30 English news and updates. We'll be back with more at 3 in the afternoon. Till then, thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.